Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from mychartcoach.com, and we're going to take a look at the velocity shares, the volatility ETFs and ETNs. And first up here, we're going to look at TVIX with the markets dropping. TVIX is making a huge move here today, up 26%. What we like is this RSI here breaking 50. Notice it's at 50.34. If it can stay above 50, that's going to signal more upside potential. If you look at the last run, it broke above 50 and then it pushed higher. So yeah, this is when it was breaking above 50, and then you can see it ran much higher. Now we have Fasto back above 80 and in the power zone. Last time there was a run, it ran higher above 80. So this is signaling the start of a run. Another signal that the run is starting. Look at ADX. You have plus DI, which is the green line, has crossed ADX, the black line, and minus DI, the red line, to the upside. Crossing both those is a bullish signal, signaling that the bulls have taken control. So very strong move on ADX. Now we also have PSAR. Look at the green dots. They were above the candles. The share price broke above the PSAR level, and now they have flipped below, now at 25, and that has created a PSAR bullish flip. That's another signal that the downtrend is ending and a new uptrend may be starting. Okay, another bullish signal. Look at the MACD. There's a bullish crossover today on the 12, 26, and 9 time frame. That's another signal that the downtrend is ending and a possible new uptrend is beginning. Notice the previous uptrend started with the MACD bullish crossovers. The 12, 20, the 8, 13, and 5 already had a bullish crossover last week. So that was a signal the chart was heating up. Now, another indicator that there's going to be more upside potential is this giant volume bar. Look how much volume has traded already today. There's another hour and a half left in the trading day, and this is the largest trading day in many months. So this is a big signal that players are loading for more upside potential. Okay, key developments today. There's a gap up open. All right, a move above the EMAs, EMA 4, 8, and 13. Key levels to close above. As you can see, when TVIX was dropping, it was riding EMA 4 resistance lower. It had not closed above that level since back here before the drop. So this is a big signal that there's a change in trend. Now what we want to see today is a close above this middle Bollinger Band, currently at 30.03. If it can close above the middle Bollinger Band, then we'll be talking about a run up here to the 50-day simple moving average at 35.32. That is also lined up with another key level. So so check this out. This is a gap that was created back here in April. And so the bottom of the gap is a big level to break. That's the high of the day on the 24th, and that is lined up with the 50-day simple moving average. That is why we think that is the next target and that it will be tested on this run. If it fails to break, then you could see a pullback, and if that happens, you'd want to see the middle Bollinger Band hold. If there's a break above this level and a close above, then we'll be talking about a gap fill and a possible run back up to the 40s. A run up to 40, about 41 here, which is this candle right here, is the top of the gap that would fill the gap. Always a tough level to break will be the upper Bollinger Band. That's at 38.39. So this is a very bullish move. The chart is heating up. Okay, take a look at the 15-minute TVIX chart. You can see here that there's after the gap up open, the candles work their way into the bands to the upside. That is very strong. Notice the candles have been riding EMA 4 support the entire morning. When they dipped down to EMA 8, that level held, and now it's just pushing higher. You know, it pulled back here and you know, was forming the solid red candle, but then everybody loaded off of EMA 8 and it ran back higher. The dips to EMA 8 are being loaded, so as long as that pattern continues, you know, look for that as the load zone. If EMA 8 breaks, that'll be a signal that the intraday trend is cooling down, and then what we really want to see is we want to see this middle Bollinger Band currently at 30.08 hold. As long as candles are forming by the middle Bollinger Band, there should be more upside potential. Check out how currently TVIX is above all the moving averages. Okay, the top moving average is EMA 4 at 31.52, and the share price is at 31.86. You know, trying to bust through 32. 32 is the current big resistance level to break. You know, it looks like it should be able to do that. You know, if it pulls back, then like I said, you're looking at the middle Bollinger Band as the key support level to hold. Today, what we wanted to see, there was this intraday double top that had formed here. with this candle and these candles, but it quickly broke out with this candle right here at 1 o'clock, and that was a signal it wanted to head higher. So down here, if you look at the 50-day or 50 simple moving average here, the green line, it has golden crossed the 200 simple moving average, and it has crossed the 100 simple moving average to the upside, and now it's headed for a crossover on the 300 simple moving average. The chart is really heating up. Notice all the big volume here, big volume behind the move. We do have yeah, a very strong move. Now let's look at UVXY. Okay, this is optionable, so you can for options traders. Yeah, this is just very similar. You know, it's the same setup as the TVIX chart. You know, I don't even need to go through it all again. This is basically the exact same thing. You know, you want to see a close above the middle Bollinger Band. Once again, there's the gap on the chart. You know, the same gap. The gap is once again lined up with the 50-day simple moving average, and that is going to be the key level. So for UVXY, what we're looking for is a run up to 1627. That'll be the next key level to break. Once again, you've got the big volume spike, the bullish crossover on MACD on the 12, 26, and 9, and the previous crossover on MACD. You know, you have the crossover on ADX. You've got RSI breaking 50, and you have Fasto breaking 80. I mean, what more can you ask for? This is day one. This is for swing traders. Day one is usually the best day to get in, unless you can get in on the setup day, which was the doji yesterday, which would have been the really good day to get in. But there was you're taking on more downside risk. Day one is always the best day to get in. If you look back here, these ETFs and ETNs like to have multiple multi-day runs. You know, here was day one, and it ended up running all up to the middle Bollinger Band. You know, you could call this day one, but really the break above the middle Bollinger Band was day one on the last big run. You know, and it ended up running up all the way past the 50. So you know, this looks like it has more juice, more legs to run higher. So yeah, and if you know, for people that aren't going for the big time, you know, the 3 times ETFs and ETNs, some traders like this, or the 2 times. You look for VIXX, currently up 13%. Same setup here. We've got the middle Bollinger Band breaking. The target is a lot closer on this chart, currently at 1587. That is going to be the next key level to break. Once again, it's going to need to break the bottom of the gap, which is just above. That's going to be the key level, just about 1610. You can see a run up to there. If it can close above that level, the bottom of the gap, then you could possibly see a gap fill and a run up to 17. Okay, and so once again, the big volume is the signal. This is the top of the gap. This is the bottom of the gap. And once again, the big signal that there's more upside potential is the volume spike. And you know, if you don't believe me, look at past history. You know, here's the big volume spike right here on the 21st, and then look what happened. Multi-day run followed. So what we do as traders, as retail traders, and you know, the non-big time players, you just try to follow the money. That's all you can do, is follow the money and follow the charts, and that should lead to the pot of gold and away from danger. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.